Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification, gang. God Squad. That's what it is, man. Jermall Charlo. Why are you turning down this money, bro? Why are you turning down the chance to fight a Boo Andrade and that'll put you in position to fight a Canelo Alvarez? Where is your big legacy fight, bro? Where is your fight where it's going to transition you to the elite status? At least your brother is trying his best to get to that status by rematching and beating a Tony Harrison, which was a major fight, big fight. And Tony Harrison, his name is going to follow your brother to the end of time. Because Tony Harrison to your brother is like Frazier to Ali. The two names, the names go intertwined together. You can't say one without the other. Who is your Tony Harrison? Who is your Joe Frazier? Who is your Lennox Lewis to your Mike Tyson? Who is your Riddick Bowe to your Holyfield? Who is going to catapult you to the real elite status? Because the question is Jermall Charlo elite? In order to be considered elite, you have to fight someone of that status or that caliber. Who have you fought? Don't say Korobov. Korobov ain't an elite fighter. In my opinion, Korobov is a B-level, high C-level class fighter. And he gave you a problem. Eddie Hearn knows, because it's his job to know what these fighters are getting. It's his job to know. From what I know, from what I do know factually, Jermall Charlo hasn't made no more than $1.2 million in the fight. If that. But what I do know is that he's made between $500K, $800K, and maybe $1.2 million on the back end. Not just a flat fight purse. I'm just saying on the back end type shit. So for Eddie Hearn to know that you don't make that type of money, to offer you $7 million to fight Boo Andrade, you turn it down for what, Jermall? Why would you turn down that fight for what, Jermall? Because your next fight is going to determine why you turn down that money and that fight. Because that's not just a anybody fight. That's a unification bout. That's a legacy fight. Now, you the same person that said Brandon Adams is a legacy fight. Same person that said that shit. And the same person that called Brandon Adams someone who's never held a world title. Someone who, and from what I know, has never even contended for a world title prior to fighting you. How was that a legacy fight? What about Brandon Adams improves your legacy? What about Brandon Adams propels you to put you in position for a Canelo Alvarez fight? You're offered more money than you've ever been offered your whole career to fight Boo Andrade, and you turn it down. For what, Jermall? For what? For who? You was offered that money, one fight deal. You win the fight, you go back to PBC, a unified champ. Build your profile back over there like you've been doing. So it's a win-win for you. It's more money than you've ever made in your career. And you get to go back as a unified champion to your side of the street and build your profile up. And it also propels you and puts you in position for a Canelo fight that you've been bitching about for God knows how long at this point. So this lets me further know that you really don't want the Canelo fight. You really don't. You really don't want to fight a legacy fight. You really don't. You're building your career off the backs and the hard work of the elite caliber fighters. Because you haven't put yourself in position to fight these top guys, to beat these top guys, to say that you are this elite caliber fighter. See, right now, you're making claims that you are this, but yet you have not done the work that it takes to be that. So, until you do so, you're not elite to me. I don't care if you're a world champion. You're a paper champion. You didn't win that belt. It was given to you. You didn't fight and beat anyone for that belt. Period. You should be fighting Boo Boo Andrade. That's a legacy fight. It's a world title fight. It's a unification bout. And it puts you in position to fight Canelo Alvarez. Period. Point blank. There's nobody that you could fight aside from maybe Billy Joe Saunders or even a Triple G that is finna put you in position to where you're even worth talking about fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez. Because at this point, you are clout chasing Canelo because he's the man at middleweight. Because you're not trying to fight him. Because if you was really trying to fight Canelo, you will be doing everything possible to put yourself in position to make the fight happen. So don't nobody got no excuses. Because Eddie Hearn know what you making. And he offered you more money than you're making on the PBC side. And yet and still, did you send a counter offer over? No. You just said nothing. Crickets. So, until I see otherwise, Jermall, you don't want to be great. You just want fame. You don't really want no real smoke. You just want to run your mouth. So keep running your mouth. Keep talking out your ass. Because you ain't about no real smoke. Because if you want some real smoke, you would have fought Danny Jacobs by now. You'd have been fought him. Because you're not finna fight Danny Jacobs. I know somebody gonna say, well, he's a 68 pounder. You think Danny won't come down to get that smoke? Or if Jermall is so great, why don't he just move up and fight Danny Jacobs at 68? If he's so raw, he's so great, and he wants to fight the best, beat Danny Jacobs. I know Danny ain't got no belt. It's a legacy fight. I bet you Danny Jacobs with no belt at 68 is more of a legacy fight than when Jermall Charlo had Brandon Adams move up to 160, knowing that Brandon Adams is a 54 pounder. So if I had to pick, I would say moving up to 68 fighting Danny Jacobs, a actual former world champion, is more of a legacy fight than fighting a Brandon Adams who's moving up to from 154 to fight a 160-pound Jermall Charlo. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with some hot shit. Follow me on Instagram at DT_boom. Follow me on Twitter at DBoyWSO. Man, you already know who it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, New Media, Notification Gang. God Squad. It's what it is, man.